Welcome to I'm from Bradford. My name's Haider, and your name is
I'm Jane.
Jane. Yeah. So you're an artist.
Yeah. And I guess I've probably always been an artist in amongst, living life, being a mum,
Yeah.
doing other kinds of work.
So how do you balance being a mum and your art?
I think because my children are much older now and adults themselves, it's a lot easier to be able to find the time to make and draw and paint and do all the things that I love to do.
Yeah.
But even when the children were younger, we would do things together. Probably I would.
Really?
I actually used to work in the preschool that my son went to, that Finn went to.
Oh, really?
So when he went to preschool, I went to preschool and I worked in the art room and the craft room. So I kind of got my little art fix there.
By preschool you mean primary school and nursery?
Before nursery,
Before nursery.
Age of, the kids were sort of 2 and 3 year old.
All right. But yeah, it's a hard time for the kids to be apart from the mum, so it would have been good to be there too.
I felt it worked really well. I'm not sure what he thought about it at the time because he had to share me with all the other kids. But it was a nice way to be able to still practice.
So when you started, when did you start know that okay, I want to do art?
I think as a tiny child, I can remember. I have a really vivid memory of my mum buying me a set of crayons and just being like really, really excited about all the different colours and the texture of it when you used it on the paper. So I guess I wouldn't have known it then. I thought that everybody was like that. Everybody had that, like, oh my goodness, crayons, they're great. But maybe I had an experience once when I was about, 8 or 9. And I made a picture at school.
What was the picture?
And it was a kind of a collage where you stuck bits of paper down. And I don't know why, maybe I'd seen something on TV or I curled the paper. You know how you do with the edge of the scissors? So like with ribbon, curling ribbon, I got some strips of paper and I curled it with the scissors and stuck it on. And I won the art prize that week. And it was like, that was a real boost. It sounds quite silly really, but these little things probably
they matter.
They stay with you.
Yeah.
So at that age I thought, I must be good at this. I don't know, that was probably a defining moment.
And I used to hate maths all the time, and then I got a good teacher, and he just he made me feel good about what I did, and you're like, oh, you did really well, and I started liking it after that. So
that's it. I think if you have a good teacher as well, somebody that just that encouragement of somebody saying, oh yeah, that's great.
It really helps. You still remember it today,
a specific memory. Just one little thing, and then continued to have I had a cracking teacher at senior school, who would encourage us to just try anything and everything.
I see that in your work, kind of because you make like birds, but you also do painting, you also do pencils, I think.
Literally anything, just what I'm feeling in the moment, and I tried to go with that, because I think if you try too hard at something, it doesn't always work. I'm probably not like a lot of artists in the regard that I don't feel like I have a style. I get bored with doing the same thing over and over. You look at a lot of artists and they really do, you can say, oh yeah, that's Picasso or whatever, they go through phases, but I tend to jump in and out of different things.
What medium are you most comfortable with?
Comfortable? It's a difficult one. It would depend on what mood I was in.
Really? That's understandable.
I enjoy painting, and I've got a lot of experience with painting in watercolours, acrylic, inks. I do enjoy using ink. But again, sculpture, I've gone from making huge, I don't know whether you would have seen, I made a great big elephant out of muslin cloth.
All right.
And hung it. It was suspended from the ceiling at Keithley Creative Space and at the piano shop in the window for a while, but sort of life-sized baby elephant. And I absolutely loved making that. Made that outside in the garden one summer.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think sculpture is, and it's a really difficult thing to understand because I don't know how I do it. It's just something that I don't know, it works.
I can understand how you can look at a picture and draw with a pencil, copy the shapes, but sculpture is very different, isn't it? Like
it is, yeah.
It's 3D,
different process.
Yeah.
Drawing is, I suppose there's still that observation. For example, with the birds that I make, I would probably work from a photograph. So it is almost like drawing with wire. Whereas the elephant that I made, that was, because I meditate regularly, and that was something that I saw just popped into my head. Don't know why, but it did. And I thought, I'm going to make that. So that was something that I had to bring out of here and make into an actual
very satisfying?
piece.
Seeing something in your head and then just making it in real life.
Yeah, and that was a completely different thing.
Was that a lot harder as well? Trying to picture it in your head?
No, not at all.
No.
No, I found it really easy, and maybe that's why I enjoyed it so much.
Do you get clear images in your head of stuff you need?
Not always. That was quite an unusual thing, which is why I had to. Yeah, that felt like a compulsion. I've got to make this. I've got to do it. And I hadn't seen anything like it before. I thought maybe, I wondered afterwards. Sometimes you see things, when you're going on the internet and flicking through Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and you're not even aware that you've seen something, but it probably influenced you. But I've not seen anything like it since I made it, so I don't know. Felt like an original idea, and I went with it. But now it doesn't exist anymore as an elephant because it was so big. And really flimsy. We took a video of it being cut down. And it kind of fell really beautifully, actually. Landed on the floor, and I was filming as it went down. No. But it landed it looked like a dead elephant. It was quite sad, but beautiful as well.
That must have been devastating.
No, it wasn't actually. Because the first time I put it up, I'd been really careful. I had plenty of time, and me and my partner hung it from the ceiling in the shop, and it hung in the shop window so that when the sun rose, the idea of it, I called it light, and the idea was that the sun would shine through the fabric, and it worked. I was really pleased with it, the shape of it, because I used PVA and water to soak the fabric in. And then when it dried, so I made it around a framework, and then when I took the framework away, it held its shape. But you had to kind of use threads to hang it from the ceiling to sort of bulk it out a little bit. When it went to the second place, it was hung by lots and lots of different people, and they were all in a rush, and it kind of felt a little bit awkward, and that'll have to do. And it wasn't quite how I'd pictured it, although it was in the atrium, so all the light was shining down. By the time it was ready to come down, it kind of looked a bit emaciated and sad. So it was almost like you've been released now when we cut the threads. So no, it was fine. And I will probably repurpose. I'm quite into recycling and that kind of thing. So I think going along with the theme of birds, at some point there'll be a phoenix, and I imagine that I'll reuse the fabric somehow. Big sculpture,
But most of your birds are. Oh, you did have that one mesh one, wasn't it? Most of them are wire, aren't they? But
yeah,
one's like mixed with wire and fabric.
It's actually a wire that's wrapped with wool.
Okay.
But yeah, it's basically still wire. I could make something from wire and then hang the fabric over it, I think.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's not a fully formed idea yet.
Do you find because when you meditated and you saw the elephant, was that like an outlying experience, or did it cross quite a bit, your meditation and your art?
Yeah, I think I've been doing it for quite a few years now. So sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But it just helps to set me up for the day, and it's kind of, I don't know, people pray, don't they? I find it's a similar thing.
I barely ever like meditate or anything. I'm tired. Like my mind is always all over the place. But when I used to do art in GCSE and A level, and I was just fully comfortable with pencils. I wouldn't go outside pencil.
Right. Yeah.
But when I drew with a pencil, just shading, you could basically just not think about anything else.
Yeah, it is a form of meditation. I think is making art when you're in that moment. Yeah, definitely. And I think that's probably why it's so enjoyable. And it's, I mean, it sounds really cheesy, but it is food for my soul. I love doing it, and it brings me to a good place. So
puts you into the zone.
Yeah.
I wanted to interrupt this interview and just speak about the Keighley Creative Space. This is a place in Keighley where Jane had a pop-up stand amongst a lot of other artists and photographers and things of that nature. And yeah, I had just had a blast of a time just walking around watching people's stuff and just seeing what they've done, the stuff they've done in their free time and just their hobbies, and most of this stuff was handmade. It was just really cool to see, and I just thought I'd like to share it with you. So yeah, hope you enjoy watching this, and then we'll go back to the interview.
You do a lot of birds. That's the thing that I saw the most. Is that like a recent thing?
It's probably over the last year or so, yeah. And if I'm honest, it has been since I lost my mum. My mum died about 18 months ago.
That's very fabulous.
Well, it's been quite a good therapy for me to do that in relation to grief, and I think I've dealt with it quite well. So I suppose where it's come from is around the time of her passing. I saw a lot of birds. My mum loved looking out of the window, watching the birds in the garden. So it's always been an association that I've had with her anyway. And I don't know what people would think about it, but it has been quite a strong thing. Whenever I think of my mum, I'll see a little bird. It could be a robin, it could be, I don't know, a blue tit, anything. And that's what sparked it off. I made a tiny little wire robin, and probably really crude in comparison to the ones that I'm making now. And I put it in the tree, just sort of watching over her grave.
It's really sweet.
And it's still there, and it's all rusty, and looks a bit peculiar. But so that was what kicked it off. And there's just so much inspiration that I don't know. At the moment, I'm quite happy just carrying on doing it. I would normally have got fed up by now, but
maybe it's related to that. Well, maybe there's a big community that like love birds, like bird watchers and stuff.
There are, so I'm finding out, yeah. And it's quite funny because, yeah, bird, call them twitchers, don't they? Bird people, they really know the stuff, and I don't. I just think, I've got to research it. I've got a little bird book now that I go through and look at pictures. Oh, that's a so and so. Oh, that's. But yeah, I'm not heavily into it. It's just been something that I've kind of fallen into and really enjoyed doing. So, yeah. And my daughter works at a falconry centre, so that's probably had a big influence as well.
You get to see lots of
birds. Hence the great big one that I made, which is a Harris hawk.
All right.
But yeah,
they represent freedom, don't they? Birds.
They really do. Yeah, I guess they do. And I've kind of I've read about and understood the relationship to spirituality and the soul, that kind of. So I like that idea. and that they can fly. They're amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know.
So yeah,
Yeah.
we're running out of time a bit. So just wrap this up a bit.
Right.
Do you have any final notes you want to say before I finish this?
I don't know. I mean, if I was going to advise anybody that that liked doing art, just do it. Whether it's going to get you a job or not, do it anyway. Because always do it. Yeah, and don't care what other people think of it. If people say, "Oh, don't really like that," it doesn't matter, because it really is in the process of making that's where the value is. The product is, it's really nice or not, as the case may be. But yeah, in the making of something, that's
process is the most important part.
Definitely, yeah.
So yeah, it was really nice meeting you today.
You too, Haider. Yeah, thank you.